Have you ever found yourself lost in the labyrinth of someone's indifference? You pour your heart into a connection, only to feel like an afterthought, a fleeting option in their grand design. The sting of being overlooked is universal, a reminder that love and attention are not always reciprocated. But what if I told you there's a way to flip the script, to rewrite the narrative where you become the undeniable priority? Imagine standing at the center of someone's universe, your absence leaving a void they cannot bear. This isn't a fantasy, it's a carefully crafted art. Today, we delve into 10 powerful reverse psychology tactics designed to shift the dynamics, making you the person they cannot resist prioritizing. But here's the twist. This journey isn't about manipulation. It's about cultivating your inner strength, confidence, and stoicism. You'll learn to harness the power of self-respect, creating a magnetic pull that draws others to you naturally. Stay with me until the end, where we'll uncover the most transformative secret of all, the ultimate mindset shift that ensures your value is never questioned again. Ready to become the champion of your life? Let's dive in. 1. Create the fear of losing you. How often do we take for granted what's always there? Human nature gravitates towards scarcity. What's rare is precious, and what's ever-present often fades into the background. If you want someone to prioritize you, the first step is to instill the fear of losing you. Consider this scenario. Imagine being the sun in someone's life. Your warmth, light, and energy are irreplaceable. Now, imagine if one day that sun begins to set, its rays growing distant, the skies darkening with the threat of permanent night. Suddenly, its value is undeniable. How do you create this sense of scarcity in relationships? It starts with showing that your life is abundant, fulfilling, and independent of their presence. You're not begging for attention or waiting in the shadows for their acknowledgement. Instead, you're living a vibrant, fulfilling life, one they are privileged to be part of. Key action. Establish boundaries. Be present, but not omnipresent. When you prioritize your goals and passions, you subtly remind others that your world doesn't revolve around them. Why does this work? Because people fear the void. They crave what they might lose. Once they sense that your presence is not guaranteed, they'll begin to cherish every moment, every interaction. But here's the catch. This isn't about playing hard to get. It's about truly valuing yourself. When you respect your own time and energy, others will follow suit. Your confidence becomes your shield, protecting you from being taken for granted. Think about this. Are you living in a way that demonstrates your value, or are you offering your presence too freely? Reflect on how scarcity can redefine your worth in someone's eyes. When they realize you're not just an option but a necessity, their behavior will shift. Remember, Stoicism teaches us to master our inner world. This practice reminds us that external validation is fleeting, but self-worth is eternal. By embracing this mindset, you naturally create a fear of loss in others, not as a weapon, but as a testament to your intrinsic value. Here's your first challenge. In your next interaction, subtly create distance. Let them feel the weight of your absence, even if just for a moment. Watch how the dynamics begin to change. 2. Don't be always available. In a world where everything seems instantly accessible, true value often lies in rarity. The same principle applies to relationships. If you're always available, always a call, text, or glance away, you risk diminishing your perceived value. Why chase something when it's already in the palm of your hand? Picture this. You've just discovered a hidden gem of a cafe. It's not open every day, but when it is, the lines stretch around the block. The scarcity adds allure, and you can't help but plan your week around those precious open hours. Now imagine if that same cafe was open 24/7. Would it feel as special? This is the effect of availability. When you make yourself perpetually accessible, you inadvertently communicate that your time and energy are not in high demand. Conversely, by controlling your accessibility, you signal that your time is valuable, something to be earned, not assumed. Key action. strike a balance in your availability. Don't be the person who responds instantly to every message or drops everything at the slightest request. Instead, set boundaries. Allow others to recognize the privilege of your time and presence. Why does this work? Because people are naturally drawn to what they can't always have. When you create moments of absence, it sparks curiosity and a sense of longing. They'll start to wonder, what are you up to? Why aren't you responding right away? This intrigue keeps the connection alive and dynamic. But let's be clear, this isn't about playing games or being intentionally aloof. It's about cultivating a lifestyle where your time is genuinely precious. By immersing yourself in activities, passions, and personal growth, you naturally create periods of unavailability. This enriches your life and heightens your desirability. Consider this. Are you always the one to initiate conversations or agree to last-minute plans? If so, take a step back. Allow space for the other person to reach out and make an effort. When they do, their actions will carry more weight, and your shared moments will feel more meaningful. Remember the wisdom of Stoicism. It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. By valuing your own time, you control the narrative of your relationships. You are no longer at the mercy of external demands, but instead dictate how and when you engage. Here's your next challenge. For the next week, be intentional with your availability. Delay your responses slightly, politely decline a last-minute request, or take a day to focus solely on your own pursuits. Observe how these small shifts affect the dynamic. And if you're finding this insight valuable so far, take a moment to support our journey. Like this video to help us continue bringing you transformative wisdom. 3. Don't reveal everything. Be mysterious. Mystery is the heartbeat of attraction. When everything about you is laid bare, there's little left to discover. Curiosity fades, and with it, the magnetic pull that keeps others engaged. But when you become an enigma, a puzzle with pieces that unfold over time, you ignite an insatiable desire in others to uncover your story. Imagine this. You're reading a gripping novel. With each chapter, a new layer of the protagonist's life is revealed. The twists, the surprises, the unanswered questions, they compel you to keep turning the pages, desperate to know more. Now picture if that novel had everything revealed on page 1. Where's the excitement? The intrigue? This is the power of being mysterious. When you don't reveal everything about yourself up front, you create a sense of depth and complexity. People become invested, drawn in by the allure of the unknown. Key action. Share selectively. Let conversations flow naturally, but hold back on revealing your full history, your deepest dreams, or your daily routines all at once. Allow others to uncover your layers over time. Why does this work? Because humans are naturally curious creatures. The less they know, the more they want to know. When you keep certain parts of your life veiled, you create a sense of anticipation and wonder. This intrigue fosters a deeper emotional connection as they strive to understand you. But being mysterious isn't about withholding for the sake of it. It's about pacing the reveal of your inner world. By doing so, you allow trust and intimacy to build naturally, creating a bond that's both engaging and enduring. Ask yourself this. In your recent interactions, are you an open book, or do you leave room for curiosity? Reflect on how you can introduce an element of mystery in your conversations. Maybe it's sharing a surprising passion or hinting at a future adventure without giving away all the details. Here's where Stoicism provides valuable insight. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. Your life's purpose and experiences are like a treasure chest. Guard it carefully and reveal its contents thoughtfully. Your next challenge. In your upcoming interactions, practice the art of selective storytelling. Share a captivating anecdote but leave some details unexplained. Let them ask questions, drawing them deeper into your world. Lastly, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Comment below with one mysterious aspect of yourself that you'd like to unveil gradually in your relationships. Let's build a community that thrives on curiosity and connection. 4. Encourage them to invest in you. People treasure what they've worked hard to attain. It's a simple truth. The more effort someone invests in a relationship, the more they value it. This principle holds whether it's time, emotions, or energy. If you want someone to see you as indispensable, you must allow them the opportunity to invest in you. Visualize this. You come across a beautiful piece of art in a gallery. It's stunning, and the price tag confirms its worth. But what if that same artwork was simply given away for free, hanging on a random street corner? The perception shifts, doesn't it? The art is the same, but the value decreases when no effort or cost is required to obtain it. The same applies to relationships. If you make it too easy for someone to have your time, affection, or attention, they're less likely to appreciate your value. However, when they have to work for your presence, investing effort, planning time, and showing emotional vulnerability, they begin to see you as a priceless addition to their life. Key action. Create opportunities for others to invest in you. This doesn't mean playing hard to get, but rather setting the stage for meaningful engagement. Let them initiate plans, listen actively, or support you in your goals. Allow them to show up for you in ways that require effort. Why does this work? Because effort leads to attachment. The more someone invests in you, the more they internalize your worth. They feel a deeper connection because they've contributed to your life in meaningful ways. This dynamic creates a bond that's harder to break. However, encouraging investment is a two-way street. You must also be willing to reciprocate. Genuine connections thrive on mutual investment. It's about building a partnership where both parties feel valued and essential. Ask yourself this: are you allowing others to invest in you, or are you doing all the work to maintain the connection? Reflect on how you can balance this dynamic. Perhaps it's stepping back from always being the one to initiate, or allowing them to support you when you need it. In the spirit of Stoicism, consider this: wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. True wealth in relationships comes from mutual effort, not one-sided dependence. Your challenge. In your next interaction, provide an opportunity for the other person to invest. Maybe it's asking for their advice, inviting them to share an experience with you, or simply allowing them to take the lead in planning your next meeting. Notice how this deepens their connection to you. By fostering a dynamic where investment is mutual, you create a relationship built on respect and value. This not only strengthens the bond, but also ensures that your presence in their life is seen as a cherished privilege. 5. Prioritize your own needs first. In the intricate dance of relationships, it's easy to lose yourself, especially when you care deeply for someone. You might find yourself bending, compromising, and even sacrificing your well-being to meet their needs. But here's the hard truth. If you consistently put someone else's desires ahead of your own, you risk not only diminishing your value, but also eroding your sense of self. Picture this. You're on a plane, and the safety instructions begin. What's the first rule when the oxygen masks drop? Secure your own mask before helping others. Why? Because if you can't breathe, you can't assist anyone else. The same principle applies to relationships. Prioritizing your own needs isn't selfish, it's essential for maintaining your strength, clarity, and integrity. Key action. Establish and enforce your boundaries. Know what you will and won't tolerate, and communicate this clearly. Whether it's taking time for your hobbies, saying no to plans when you need rest, or speaking up when something bothers you, prioritize your well-being. Why does this work? Because people respect those who respect themselves. When you demonstrate that your needs and goals matter, you project confidence and self-worth. This not only sets the tone for how others should treat you, but also inspires admiration. After all, someone who values themselves becomes inherently more attractive. But this isn't just about commanding respect. It's about living a life that fulfills you. A strong sense of self allows you to approach relationships from a place of abundance, not neediness. You're not seeking validation or approval because your contentment stems from within. Ask yourself this: are you compromising your happiness or well-being to please someone else? If so, what changes can you make today to realign with your personal priorities? Stoicism offers profound guidance here. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. By prioritizing your own needs, you embody the virtues of self-respect and wisdom. Your next challenge: take a moment to reflect on areas where you might be neglecting your needs. Choose one action, big or small, that prioritizes your well-being and commit to it this week. Whether it's setting aside time for self-care, pursuing a personal goal, or addressing an unmet need in a relationship, make your happiness non-negotiable. And now, I'd love to hear from you. Comment below with one way you plan to prioritize yourself this week. Let's create a community that uplifts and inspires one another to embrace our worth and live authentically. 6. Don't make them the center of your life. In the glow of a new relationship or deep affection, it's tempting to orbit entirely around someone else. They become the sun in your sky, and you, a devoted planet revolving endlessly in their gravitational pull. But here's the danger. When you make someone the sole focus of your existence, you risk losing the very essence that made you attractive in the first place: your independence, your unique light. Imagine this. You're a brilliant constellation in the night sky. Each star represents a different aspect of your life, your passions, dreams, friends, and goals. Together, they form a dazzling tapestry that captivates and inspires. Now, what happens if you extinguish all the stars except one? The night becomes less enchanting, less complex, and the focus shifts solely to a single, lonely point of light. When you make someone the center of your world, you inadvertently dim your own brilliance. You lose the intrigue and excitement that comes from living a full, balanced life. A key action: maintain your individuality. Cultivate your passions, pursue your goals, and nurture relationships outside of the romantic or primary connection. Show that while you value their presence, your life remains rich and dynamic without them. Why does this work? People are naturally drawn to those who have their own orbit, a life that's fascinating, independent, and ever-evolving. When someone sees that you're not solely reliant on them for happiness, they become more intrigued by your journey. They'll want to be part of your world, not because they complete it, but because it's a vibrant, exciting place to be. This approach also establishes healthy boundaries. It prevents emotional dependency and ensures that both parties bring their full, authentic selves to the relationship. Consider this. Are you losing yourself in someone else's life? Reflect on how you can rebalance your focus, ensuring your own ambitions and interests remain front and center. As Stoicism teaches, man should be upright, not kept upright. Your stability and fulfillment should come from within, not from leaning on someone else. Your challenge: identify one area of your life that you've been neglecting in favor of a relationship. This week, dedicate time and energy to rekindle that passion or goal. Whether it's a hobby, a career milestone, or reconnecting with friends, reignite the stars in your constellation. Remember, you are a complete person, a universe unto yourself. By living fully and authentically, you not only enrich your own life, but also become an irreplaceable force in the lives of others. 7. Stop starting the conversation all the time. Communication is the lifeblood of any relationship. Yet there's a delicate balance between staying connected and becoming the sole initiator. If you find yourself always reaching out first, always sparking the dialogue, you may unknowingly tip the scales, making the other person complacent. Over time, this dynamic can make you feel undervalued, as if your presence is a given rather than a gift. Picture this. You're a lighthouse, standing tall and radiant, casting your light across the sea. Ships navigate toward you, drawn by your steady glow. Now imagine if that lighthouse started chasing the ships, frantically moving from place to place, trying to guide every vessel personally. Its value diminishes, its purpose confused. The truth is, you don't need to chase. Your steady, unwavering presence is enough. Sometimes, it's essential to step back and let others seek you out. Key action. Allow space for others to initiate communication. Resist the urge to always be the first to text, call, or plan. Give them the chance to miss you, to wonder about you, and to reach out on their own terms. Why does this work? Because relationships thrive on mutual effort. When you constantly initiate, you may inadvertently signal that their engagement isn't necessary. By stepping back, you create a natural balance where both parties share the responsibility of connection. This not only fosters respect but also deepens their appreciation for your presence. But let's clarify, this isn't about playing games or withdrawing emotionally. It's about observing and adjusting the dynamics. When you stop doing all the legwork, you allow the other person to step up and invest equally in maintaining the bond. Ask yourself this: are you always the one keeping the conversation alive? What happens if you pause and wait for them to take the lead? Stoicism offers profound insight here. Control what you can, let go of what you cannot. You cannot control someone else's effort, but you can control your response. By shifting your focus to what's within your power, you reclaim your energy and peace of mind. Your next challenge. For the next few days, resist the urge to initiate contact. Instead, focus on your own pursuits and wait to see how they respond. Let them be the ones to reach out, rekindling the balance in your communication. By creating this space, you give the relationship room to breathe, allowing mutual respect and effort to flourish. Let them come to you, and watch as the dynamics transform into a healthier, more balanced connection. 8. Create your own happiness. Happiness is often seen as something we chase in others, a feeling derived from external validation, shared experiences, or the affection of someone special. But what if the key to true, lasting happiness lies not in what others give you, but in what you cultivate within yourself? Picture this. You're a radiant sun, emanating warmth and light. Your happiness is like the solar energy that fuels everything around you, but it originates from within. Now imagine if you were dependent on others to keep your sun shining. What happens on a cloudy day? What happens when they're no longer there? Your light dims, your warmth fades. This is why creating your own happiness is crucial. When your joy is self-sourced, it becomes untouchable, immune to the ebb and flow of external circumstances. And here's the beautiful irony. When you no longer rely on others for happiness, they are naturally drawn to your self-sufficiency, captivated by your inner glow. Action. Identify and pursue activities, passions, and goals that bring you genuine joy and fulfillment. These pursuits not only enrich your life but also reinforce your sense of purpose and contentment. Why does this work? Because happiness is magnetic. When you are content and confident in your own life, people are naturally attracted to your energy. They see you as a source of positivity and inspiration, someone they want to be around, not because they have to, but because they want to. Moreover, this approach alleviates the pressure on your relationships. When you take responsibility for your own happiness, you free others from the burden of making you happy, allowing your connections to thrive on mutual enjoyment rather than dependency. Ask yourself this: are you depending on someone else to fill your emotional gaps? What steps can you take today to reclaim your happiness as your own? As Stoicism teaches, very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. This philosophy reminds us that the foundation of happiness lies in our mindset and daily actions, not in the approval or affection of others. Your challenge. This week, carve out time for something that brings you joy independent of others. It could be a creative hobby, a fitness goal, or simply spending time in nature. Notice how these moments of self-sourced happiness elevate your mood and confidence. By creating your own happiness, you not only enhance your well-being, but also become an irresistible presence in the lives of others. They'll seek your company, drawn to the light you radiate, while you remain centered and whole. 9. Be willing to walk away. Few actions communicate self-worth as powerfully as the ability to walk away. In any relationship, there may come a time when your value isn't being recognized, your boundaries are consistently crossed, or your needs are persistently ignored. In such moments, the most empowering thing you can do is to step away, not as an act of defeat, but as a declaration of your self-respect. Picture this. You're holding a precious, fragile vase. You've cared for it, admired it, and cherished its beauty. But what if the vase, through neglect or cracks, no longer serves its purpose? Do you cling to it, hoping it will magically restore itself? Or do you set it down and walk away to seek something more fulfilling? Walking away isn't about giving up. It's about choosing yourself. It's about recognizing when a relationship no longer aligns with your values, growth, or happiness, and having the courage to let go. Key action. Set clear boundaries and standards for how you expect to be treated. If those standards are repeatedly ignored, be prepared to walk away without looking back. Why does this work? Because it sends a powerful message. I know my worth, and I won't settle for less than I deserve. This act of self-preservation often jolts others into realizing the gravity of losing you. It forces them to confront their behavior and reassess their priorities. Even if it doesn't, you've freed yourself to seek relationships that honor and uplift you. Walking away doesn't mean you're heartless, it means you refuse to compromise your well-being for someone who doesn't value you. This strength is incredibly attractive. It shows that you're not afraid to stand alone, reinforcing your independence and resilience. Ask yourself this. Are you holding on to a relationship out of fear or obligation? What would walking away free you to pursue? Stoicism reminds us of the importance of detachment. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Walking away is a practice of controlling what you can, your choices and your self-worth, while letting go of what you cannot control. Someone else's behavior. Your challenge. Reflect on a situation where your value hasn't been acknowledged. What would it look like to set a boundary or even walk away? If you've already done this in the past, share your experience in the comments. Your story could inspire someone else to take that courageous step. By being willing to walk away, you redefine your worth on your terms. This act not only empowers you but also reshapes how others perceive and prioritize you. 10. Maintain emotional balance. Emotions are the essence of human connection, yet they can also be the very thing that destabilizes it. When emotions run unchecked, they can overwhelm both you and those around you, clouding judgment and distorting reality. The key to becoming a priority in someone's life is not to suppress your emotions but to master them, presenting them in a way that fosters understanding and respect. Imagine this. You're the calm, steady captain of a ship navigating through turbulent waters. While others might panic, your composure reassures the crew, guiding them safely through the storm. Your emotional balance becomes a beacon of strength, drawing others to you for stability and wisdom. When you maintain emotional equilibrium, you create a safe space for meaningful communication. You express your feelings clearly and confidently, without overwhelming or pressuring the other person. This balance is both calming and compelling, showing that you're in control of your inner world. Action. Practice emotional intelligence by recognizing your feelings, understanding their root causes, and expressing them in a measured way. Avoid emotional outbursts or excessive displays that could push others away. Why does this work? Because emotional stability is rare and deeply attractive. It signals maturity and self-awareness, qualities that naturally inspire respect and trust. When someone knows they can rely on your steady presence, they're more likely to prioritize you in their life. This doesn't mean you should bottle up your feelings. On the contrary, sharing your emotions is essential. The difference lies in how you share them. Instead of reacting impulsively, Take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself, what am I feeling, and what's the best way to communicate this? This approach fosters deeper understanding and connection. Consider this. Are your emotions guiding your actions, or are you letting them spiral unchecked? How can you channel your feelings into constructive conversations? Here's where Stoicism provides timeless guidance. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Emotional balance comes from within, rooted in your perception and response to life's events. Your challenge. The next time you feel a surge of emotion, pause and take a deep breath. Reflect on the source of your feelings and decide on the most thoughtful way to express them. Practice this consistently and observe how it transforms your interactions. By mastering your emotions, you not only deepen your connections but also project an aura of calm and confidence that others can't help but admire. Emotional balance makes you a priority not through demand, but through the quiet strength of your presence. Congratulations, you've just journeyed through the 10 powerful reverse psychology strategies to transform how others see and prioritize you. Each tactic, rooted in self-respect and personal growth, empowers you to build connections that are both meaningful and fulfilling. But remember, this isn't just about influencing others. It's about cultivating a life where you thrive, radiating confidence and stoicism. When you live authentically, prioritize your happiness, and respect your boundaries, you naturally draw people who value and cherish you. Now, it's time to take action. Like this video if you found these insights helpful. Comment below with the strategy you're most excited to implement. Subscribe for more life-changing wisdom. Share this video with someone who could benefit from these lessons. Thank you for being here, for investing in your growth, and for embracing the journey of self-mastery. Remember, your worth is non-negotiable, and you deserve relationships that reflect the incredible person you are. Stay strong, stay centered, and may your light always shine brightly.